What is up, guys? Kaylee. Hi, it's me.
Sorry, I'm sharing this, okay? I'm doing my due diligence.
Oh my god, you're so funny. Guys, what a hot mess of a week it's been. If you guys are
Do
just
you
tuning
like
in,
how I picked the title Make It Make Sense and we didn't
it
even
doesn't.
talk about
We
it?
could we could sit here and talk all day and it's not gonna make sense, y'all.
I know, but it's so fitting. Like I was like, I'm just gonna put Make It Make Sense because it doesn't make sense. So
I mean, we're gonna dive straight into this and just rip it apart. I mean, it's like a band-aid we just gotta rip off and talk with you guys. You guys all know, if you're, paying attention to our Telegram and staying connected with us, releasing updates all day long. You guys know what's happening around the world, but nothing makes sense. And what really doesn't make sense is the fact that our president of the United States has no idea what's going on. None. He has no clue. If you guys just missed his press conference, don't watch it. I'm just going to give you a synopsis really quick. So this big thing happening over, like in Afghanistan, like this big thing that the whole world is talking about?
yeah.
He didn't mention it once.
Oh,
Not once. And guess what? He didn't take questions from the reporters.
of course he didn't. He never does.
So instead of talking about what's actually going on, like a really big issue, he decided to talk about COVID. He said he's going to use his federal government to go after governors trying to block school mask mandates. He also said he's going to strip federal funding from all the nursing homes across the country if they don't have all their employees vaccinated. There are more than over, I think, less. It's like it has to be right at or right less than 50% of nurses in this country are vaccinated. Less than half.
So the fact that there's something going on, we're just going to ignore that as the president.
100%. And when asked by when he was asked, they asked him about the C-17's related chaos at Kabul airport. He replied, "That was 4 days ago, 5 days ago." Joe, that was 2 days ago. 2. Something is literally wrong with this man. And the thing is, we all said it from the get-go back before the election even happened. He's incompetent. And where's Kamala Harris?
This was his return to the White House. I'm not playing audio. I'm just going to show you. He was on vacation and came back. This is after everything for Afghanistan happened. He looks I don't know, dude. He's like, why am I here? I don't understand. I'm supposed to be on vacation.
Don't worry, Kaylee. He's now he's telling his staff that he wants to go back to Delaware. And he hasn't been sleeping very well this week. Not as many naps, He thinks this will be more functional if he stays over at home in Wilmington.
Can we just talk about where's Kamala Harris? When's the last time you saw or heard from that woman? We literally have a crisis happening. Our president is talking about jabs, and our vice president is nowhere to be found.
He legitimately came out, talked for 15 minutes on a topic nobody gives a shit about. Sorry for my language. He came out and talked for 25 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes about stuff no one even cares about. And he didn't take questions. It's literally a disaster. Then they said 8 months post your second dose of your vaccine. If you had Pfizer, you can get it. You get another booster shot. You're giving the same. There are thousands of American citizens trapped in Afghanistan right now, and the federal government released a statement saying, "We can't protect you. Good luck. You're on your own." This is a disgrace, y'all. This man, I'm going to say it, he needs impeached. He He is not able to comprehend and function at a level that can defend the United States of America. We look so weak. I guarantee you, I put it on there. Taiwan, you're next. Ukraine, you're next.
Listen, y'all, I don't know if y'all know the Constitution, but literally in the Constitution, it says the President of the United States is the Chief of Staff of the military of the United States. That is frightening. I'm just saying.
It's
like
terrifying.
Joe Biden literally is the leadership for our military in the United States of America.
China is making active threats against the United States of America in regards to Taiwan. And guess what? Not a peep from Joe Biden. I don't think everybody understands like how severe the situation is. Now all the world leaders see, oh, we can do whatever we want because he's not going to do anything. But I'm really glad all you leftist liberals are able to pee in the same bathroom.
Yeah, because that's important.
I'm really glad that you're so pro women's rights that you literally argue against yourselves in saying that there's no such thing as a biological gender. So, like, what are we doing here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Kamala Harris will travel to East Asia on Friday to visit Singapore and Vietnam, of all places, and continues to shy away from the collapse of Afghanistan.
Like, can it just stay there? Why is she going to Singapore and Vietnam? Explain that. It does not make sense to me that they are so worried about COVID and this pandemic and getting under control, but are accepting people from all over the world except Cuba.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. You cannot look at this and say, yeah, this makes sense. I made a video yesterday. I'm seeing so many healthcare providers saying, if you're unvaccinated, you don't need treatment, yada, yada. You shouldn't be coming in for stuff that's not even COVID related. I'm like, are you okay? And then now they're saying that you can't even get organ donation if you're not vaccinated.
Get out of here.
They straight up said it. They said if you aren't vaccinated, you're not going to be able to get organ donation.
Oh, listen to this. The Taliban now controls 11 former U.S. bases, approximately 174 Humvees, 10,000 high explosive rockets, and 6 light attack aircraft. But it's fine, guys. We don't need to talk about it. It's fine. Nothing to see here.
It's getting worse. Trudeau in Canada, I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday. He made a statement that he got to speak to Hillary Clinton yesterday. And she was advising him on what they should do with the women inside of Afghanistan. Why is Hillary Clinton reaching out to the president or the prime minister of Canada? Why is she dealing with foreign relations? What is going on here? Who is running our country? And why are the American citizens left in the dark? I know why, because we have an incompetent leader leading this country. And I'm not even going to call it leading, because he literally just wants to go vacation in Delaware. And
like,
now,
seriously, everything we're dealing with, and this man is concerned about where he's going to vacation.
I can tell you right now, our border crisis is more of a crisis now than ever. Now that all of the people in regards to the Taliban have a free access into the United States of America through our southern border, y'all better be careful, because it's putting every single one of you, every single one of your family members, all of you at risk. And I don't know if you guys remember, but September 11th, 2001. Well, 2000.
I remember.
2000. I can't even.
2001.
Yeah. Do you remember that day?
I do.
Do you remember, guys? Because that could easily has happened. Instead of releasing from the government and Homeland Security in regards to the potential threat of a national threat from people who are terrorists, they're labeling people who don't want to wear masks as terrorists. They're labeling people who want to go against this administration as terrorists. They're labeling every single American citizen who does not support Joe Biden as a terrorist.
Oh, and if you like the American flag, you're a terrorist too.
But now it gets worse. Prime Minister Trudeau says if you do not have your vaccine, you cannot get on a plane and you cannot get on a train. You cannot get on any public transportation if you are not vaccinated. Hi, my name is Blake, and welcome to Hitler's Reign. This is straight up communism. Communism. This is communism. And this is Biden's America. And I don't think everyone understands the severity of what's going on, because when America falls, people around the world suffer. We cannot provide relief if we are already at our bursting point.
Yep.
We can't help our neighbors when we can't even
Nobody's
help
coming
ourselves.
to help us, y'all. Just understand it.
I mean, with Afghanistan alone, look at all of us, all of our military that's going in there. I'm seeing very little support of the world. But you know dang well, if the world was under attack, guess who was going to come to their call? The United States of America.
Yep.
Now we're asking to help get 10 to 12,000 Americans out of Afghanistan, and you're not helping. But hey, we'll fund your climate deal. We'll, the Paris Agreement, we'll go help you go green. We'll send you some money. We'll send some more money to Haiti. We'll do all this stuff.
Yeah, we'll also pay for gender reassignment surgery if you'd like that in your country. We can
only if you're
that.
Only if you're in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Make it make sense, because this doesn't make sense.
Mm.
And
okay, pause 2 seconds. Where are the Republicans right now? Why are they not bombarding the idea of impeaching Joe Biden? Where are they?
Because Donald Trump exposed the fact that doesn't matter who you vote for, Democrat or Republican, if they're a part of the system, they're going to keep putting people. Bush is a prime example. He is a rhino. He's a part of the system. It is all a system. They put who they want in there, regardless of their political party. Whoever's going to push the agenda that they want to put in front of them, they're going to do it. Donald Trump proved all of this. That is, if anything about Donald Trump that I'll take away, is that our government is corrupt from top to bottom.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if they have an R or D next to their name. If they're not America first, I don't want them.
I just want to know when we're all going to assemble, because I'm telling you right now, Patriots Assemble is coming very, very soon.
It's coming
if this doesn't get better, bro, because this is awful. And we've got no damn leadership that gives two craps about any of us on this screen or that's watching this live right now enough to even get the ball rolling to impeach this man. They don't care. You know why? Because they've got their money and they've got their power, and that's enough for them. It doesn't really matter what happens to us, because it's not going to happen to them, so they really don't care. That is a problem.
Stop complying to allow them to infringe on your constitutional, God-given rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These things that they're implementing in New York and California, you think they're just impacting, they keep saying it's all about the Republicans. Well, guess what? Only 25% of Latino and African Americans in the state of New York are vaccinated. This is full-blown segregation and communism. They're asking you to show a card to get a service. That is my dog. Welcome, Odin, to the conversation. They are asking people for cards to go shopping, to go into any venue. People are like, oh, that'll never happen here in America. Do your part. Get the jab. It's saving lives. You won't spread it. Just kidding, you will. Just kidding, you might not. We don't really know. They're going to tell us all these long-term effects of COVID. They're going to tell us all these long-term effects of the vaccine. Nobody knows definitively the answer, and you are 100% entitled to question it. When they tell you you can't question it, that makes people heightened. That makes people fearful. That makes people want to push back against it even more. Because guess what? This administration is full of transparency. We love transparency. You don't give transparency about anything.
Yep. Karen, you're right. Marjorie Taylor Greene is trying to impeach Biden, but she's only one person, and that's my point. There's got to be more than one. There's strength in numbers. We've said it from the beginning. There should not just be one representative that is pushing this. She cannot take this entire mantle on her shoulders and get done what needs to be done. She needs a team of people to help her, period. And here's what I'll say. You guys need to remember right now and forever that you live in the United States of America. And I don't care what Joe Biden tells you. I don't care what Kamala Harris tells you. I don't care what lying Fauci tells you. Your freedoms are your freedoms. Your liberties are your liberties. And nobody's going to take that from you, regardless of what they say. If you don't want to comply, don't comply. That is your right as an American citizen. This is not China. This is not Afghanistan. This is America. Sorry.
It's scary. It's scary that we're in this. It's such a weird time period because there's so many millions of Americans that have absolutely had enough of it. I know there's probably 81 million plus strong Americans who have absolutely had enough of it. January 6th set a precedent that they will label any person who wants to stand up for the Constitution as a terrorist, a domestic terrorist. We're not terrorists. We just know the Constitution and we love our country.
We're patriots.
And they've labeled that term patriot as an extremist.
Fine.
And we're not extremists. We're not.
I have an extreme love for the United States of America. That's fine. They can call me whatever they want. It really doesn't hurt my feelings. The fact of the matter is they're not going to take my rights out from under me just by scaring me, because they don't scare me and I don't trust them.
But that's the thing. We need to assemble. We need to resist. And it doesn't have to be mass scale. It could be within our communities. It could be because people right now are scared to speak up. They're scared to be loud. But guess what? Now is the time in America to be loud, because guess what? We are slowly seeing our rights being taken away every single day in this country. The America I knew not even 8 months ago, this country today is unrecognizable. It is not.
We called that. We knew it would be.
I knew it was going to be bad. I knew this presidency was going to be bad. I didn't know it was going to be this bad this quick. And I don't think any of you did either. I did not think it'd be at this point where we'd have to show a piece of paper to get into a business to receive groceries to feed our families. I didn't think that I'd have to be choosing between whether I want to have a career or get a vaccine that I do not want.
Right.
I am not advocating that people don't go get it. If you feel like you want to go get it, go get it. I don't want it. I do not want it. I don't want it at all. There is no long-term studies on the COVID-19 vaccine, period. mRNA has been tested, correct. Is there long-term studies of the COVID-19 vaccine? No. Show me. You can't.
That's because it's physically impossible for there to be long-term studies.
The average time for a vaccine in the United States of America to be mass released and put into the arms of the American citizens is 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
10 to 12 years. As a healthcare provider, I want to look at everything in front of me. I want to build my immune system. I'm going to do everything in my power to build up my immunity and build up my immune system to make sure if I do contract this virus, I am better off than someone who's eating McDonald's, who's getting their vaccination card, who's getting a donut, beer, a blunt, whatever they're offering, that is not promoting health.
100.
I am going to advocate for every American citizen to pursue a healthier lifestyle to build your immunity. I'm going to do that. Now, if you get COVID, could you die? Yes. That is real. Some people say COVID's not real. COVID is real. You can die from COVID. You know the risk. You know the risk. Everyone knows the risk at this point. But it's your right to do whatever you want. We live in the United States of America.
Amen. If you drive your car to work tomorrow, could you die?
Yes.
We know the risk.
There is a risk. Now, if there are high-risk individuals who felt like they needed to get the vaccine, get it. If your benefits of it outweigh the risk, get it. Get it. I'm not, and for everyone on here saying, don't get the vaccine, guys, you're not their doctor. Do not make decisions for them. Just as much as you want the right to say no, they have just as much of a right to say yes.
Yep.
There has to stop. We have to stop this fighting, this divisiveness, this bickering, whether you're Republican, Democrat, vaccinated, not vaccinated, if you're vaccinated with Moderna, Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, did you get your booster? Did you not get your booster? Do you wear your mask with your vaccine? Like, stop with the divisive rhetoric. It's all a personal choice. And just as much as you have a right to choose to get it or not get it, it's the same thing. The Queen of Mr. Legend kicked him off the boat because that's gross. I just,
absolutely disgraceful.
what I tell you all is to defend your freedoms in this country. Do not bend the knee to a tyrannical government in the United States of America. Just because it comes out of Joe Biden's mouth does not make it true.
Amen.
It does not make it true. Bobby, I'm going to address this really quick. It is not a 99.8% survival rate. It's actually you have a 1.7% chance of dying from COVID-19 if you are infected. That number is based off of the world population, not based off the people who have actually contracted the virus. Now, is that number skewed left or right? Could be. But based on the numerical value, 1.7% chance of dying if you contract COVID-19. I just hate seeing, I'm all for information, but that point 99.8 statistic is wrong. If you're under the age of 65, that statistic is true. But overall, if you test positive, you have a 1.7% chance. If you're 65 or higher, you have a lot higher chance of dying than if someone who's under 65. These are just facts. I just don't want people spreading, misinformation out there. If you contract COVID, you have a 1.7% chance of dying from the virus. So 98.3% survival, correct. That is true. You guys, you don't want to look at the overall population. You want to look at people who have contracted it and whether they lived, have died, and died. That's how you find out that numerical value of what percent. Just to clarify, I'm not coming after anyone. I just want to make sure everyone's, educated on numbers and statistics, because I don't want this to be spread out there for misinformation. But I pray for all of you that are fighting to keep your jobs, that are being mandated. I think it's going to take a lot of us to put our foot down. There's Bill 248 here in the state of Ohio that's going to be proposed, I think, August 28th here. Dang well I'm going to be supporting my legislators to go and stand up and, defend my rights and freedoms as a healthcare provider. But I'm just saying, if my job mandates, I will not get it. I
wouldn't either.
I'm just not getting it. It's my personal choice. And if my organization wants to force me to get a vaccine that I do not feel comfortable with, I do not want to be working for an organization like that. Period. But we brought it to you. We gave you information. We gave you facts. We gave you the whole rundown. Guys, if you are not, go to Telegram and go to PT Patriots. I put it out there. I'm putting it in the comment section from all PT Patriots. That's how you find us on Telegram. You stay connected. And that's how you guys get information throughout the day that the Primetime Patriots team puts out there for you guys. We work all day, every day for you guys. I'm going to answer a couple questions right here. Edward, that is in Canada. Public transportation vax only is in Canada. Shutdowns may happen. We do not have confirmation of what they're going to be mandating. I have no information on that. Amy, talk to her doctor. My doctor and I am not getting the jab. Perfect, Amy. Guys, I'm all for personal choice.
Absolutely.
I'm all for personal choice. If you have gotten the vaccine, I'm not going to shame you. And I encourage all of you in the comments, do not shame people.
I literally lost followers and friends over Lucas saying that he got the jab.
It's fine, guys. Quit hating each other.
It's crazy.
It's all about personal choice. And if they felt like it was their choice to get it, what is you telling them all of these things going to help? It's not.
Right. No.
It's not.
And he almost died from COVID. So, I get it. I do. I don't have any. Honestly, it didn't affect me too bad. And so I was like, I'm not.
Stop the hate. Show empathy to others, but also bring truth. You can bring truth without hate. I can guarantee that. You can bring truth without hating people.
Happy birthday! Yay!
Perfect. Rochelle said it best, conflict by design.
Absolutely.
They want us to hate each other for our differences rather than just everyone saying, I accept your difference. And as long as it doesn't infringe on my right, it's your right to do it. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is written in the Constitution many years ago, y'all.
The what?
It's like this thing that Joe Biden doesn't know how to read.
Oh, that's why I've never heard of it. Okay. Yeah.
Perfect.
Exactly,
get it? Don't get
Nathan.
it? Perfect.
Exactly.
But I love you guys. Hopefully this brings you some insight, information. Make sure to share this video out with your friends, with your family. I want to encourage all of you. The biggest word that I've been honing in on this week is empathy. Have empathy for your neighbors, empathy for your friends, and just show compassion. And as a follower of Christ, I want to be Christ-like. God didn't lead people by condemning them for what they did wrong and blaming them and making them feel like a piece of crap. He said, hey, you did this wrong. Acknowledge that we did wrong. Let's move on from it.
Amen.
It's all about forgiveness. And guess what? Do not fall into the rhetoric of hating people that have different opinion than you. As long as their opinion does not infringe on your right, they're entitled to that. But I'm going to leave you with this.
What makes America so great?
Show empathy. Show empathy. That's my biggest thing this week. Oh, where'd you go?
That wasn't very empathetic.
Where'd you go? Was that me?
Yes.
I didn't even touch anything.
He was like, show empathy. Okay, bye, Kaylee.
Well, we love you guys. We will see you. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have a show. We'll see you guys over there. Make sure you follow us on Telegram. Stay connected.
And Rumble.
Yes, Rumble. But God bless, guys, and have a great evening.